watching Aeon, who is playing Genji, Cassidy, and Soldier. I need help climbing because I can't get out of Plat. This is Plat 3. I don't know if it's PC or console. In Overwatch 1, I managed to hit Diamond 5, but that's it. I main Genji and Hanzo, but they're not very good at the moment. I would disagree. So I ended up switching to McCree a lot. I knew my team was good in this Antarctic Peninsula game. They carried me first round. I think the problem in all this game was me. If I could have done more, we definitely would have won. I think my biggest problems are dying way too often in all my games, and my aim is very inconsistent. Some days I aim like a god, and some days I'm absolute trash, which should be something normal in Plat Diamond. I should already have a more consistent aim. I have good game sense, in theory, for playing this game since 2018. I frequently watch pros, streams, guides, and try to improve. Outside the game, I know a lot. The problem is I don't apply my knowledge while I'm in the middle of the game, which is totally awful. I don't think mid-game, unless there is a lot happening at the same time, isn't a lot happening at the same time. I always rely on instinct. Sometimes my brain turns off mid-game when I'm playing DPS. I don't know what I can do to solve my problems. So I was hoping someone took this replay and roasted the fuck out of me to teach me what I am doing wrong and how to improve. Please help. Alright, so let's take a look. I don't know if we'll be roasting you, but it depends what you do. Alright, so you come out Genji. Yep, poking. This is perfectly normal. That deflect was horrendous. Oh boy. Okay, so first of all, I would say you are too far away to use deflect. So even if you do deflect the fire strike here, there's so much time for it to come back that they're going to dodge it anyway. So I would say get a lot closer to them before you use deflect. Right. Poking here. Also, wait. How could what was that? How could that have been a fire strike? What is this effect? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong team. I was looking at your team. I'm like, wait, they have a Zarya. How's this possible? Wait. Oh no. Yours. I understand now. Yes, I was correct. So your Reinhardt threw a fire strike that was deflected back to you. That's what happened here. But yeah, I wouldn't have bothered deflecting that. Zarya's definitely a tough matchup for Genji. I would say just stay away from her in general. Instead of going back to your team right now, I would be looking for an opportunity to take another off angle. Right? So one of the things that's very important about Overwatch is teams collapse due to an amount of pressure that's applied to them. So when you turn back like this and you go back to your team, there's no need for this. This is a critical period of time where like you could be applying a lot of pressure. Like this fight is engaging in earnest. If instead of going back here, you simply go to the right and then poke from this angle, that's really, really helpful to everyone involved. And you get easier picks as a result. Your Anna dies here. I don't know if there's a lot you could have done about this. I assume she just deflects something. How did she die here? Oh, I think she deflects the Cassidy. He deflects the Cassidy shot? Is that what happens here? Oh no, he just quadruple headshots her. Yeah, nothing you could really have done there. But I think it's an opportunity here to deflect. The problem is the Zarya is there, so it would be tough for you to want to deflect in that situation. You definitely could have. It technically would have saved your Anna, but I wouldn't have expected you to do that situation. So be extremely careful with dash, right? You should only dash if you're like, hey, look, I'm going to get a kill here, I'm going to be safe after. I would not qualify this spot here as safe. If the Zarya drops, which is very reasonable right now because your team's losing, like how are you going to get out of this? Like the Zarya just burns you down and kills you. Anyway, either way, this fight's over, so I would just farm ulti, yeah. Okay, so we can already see that your aim has some issues. So this is point blank, right? That's like one body shot. You see that huge flick off? Right, and then that huge flick off again. So my instinct here is your sensitivity is probably too high, / you just don't have enough like trained experience at shooting targets at close range. But that's like really far off. That's not like oh, it was close, you missed them. That's really far off. Like right click is basically a shotgun shot, so you got to hit with at least one of them. See, we can see that right there. Watch, when you jump, you see the soldier on your on the bottom right? Watch your aim. Watch your crosshair. So this is like random, but you see how far off you are? Like this is basically 3 body lengths away from the soldier is how far off you flick. So my first thought here is that either you are like completely throwing your arm whenever you see somebody, or your sensitivity is way too high. Okay, so this is no good. Again, you want to stay at a Zarya beam range, which is pretty long. You're at 140 health. I don't think you should be pushing the Zarya anyway. I don't think this makes any sense. Now you're healed up. So when you eat this shot right here, right? The problem is that right now you still turn and dash to the Mega because you're still in Zarya beam range plus the Moira. I think it's just a really tough comp to be playing Genji against. They don't have a lot of deflectable abilities, right? It's just basically Genji and Soldier. and they have 2 characters who can attack you through deflect, and plus Genji Diva. Yeah, so right now you're really not doing anything. I'm sure you're aware of this. So this actually, weirdly enough, would be an opportunity if you want to take a gamble. I think this would be an okay gamble, is to dash here and try to fight the soldier, right? Dash, right click, immediately deflect. And if he helixes you, you kill him, and this would be a pick. I think I would have taken that gamble. Reload right now. Yeah. So I think you're doing a reasonable job trying to take an off angle. The problem is you're going too fast, right? Way too fast. I would recognize by looking where my Rhine is, you can't be over here until your Rhine is over here, right? Then the entire team's going to look at him. But because you're going too fast, you see how both of them turn for you, and now you put yourself in a 2v1 situation. Even if you live here, it's still like bad for you in terms of trading resources, right? They're doing twice as much damage to you and have twice as much combined health. So this is, yeah, see, like you end up dying here. This is just a bad fight right now. Like, you get really far in here, committed, then you dash, and remember I told you about the rule about dashing, is that when you dash, you either have to dash and be safe, or you have to dash and get a kill right after to get your dash reset. This, by definition, is not safe, right? You're in between 2 people and the rest of the team. You have no way out. You're already lost a third of your health. Like, this is, you're just forcing this way too hard, and then they just kill you. It's, like, easy to kill you. I'm surprised, to be perfectly blunt, that you're a plat 3. I would be surprised if Genji was like, you may be plat 3 on like Cassidy or something, or Soldier, but I don't think you could stay plat 3 as if you had to one trick Genji. Right? This is good, right? Yeah, take what you get. So this is greed, right? So you kill her, fine, you turn around, and then what? You dash the Genji? You think you're gonna win this 1v1 with the Genji with the Zarya and the Mercy here? That doesn't feel so good. Right? And you just get absolutely wrecked here. All you do is chill, right? You get the kill, great, right? Reload, reset, just look and be like, hey, what's going on here? You know, give your team some time to like create some space. You don't have to do it all yourself. You're just way too aggressive. I feel like you see highlight videos of Genji's dashing in and killing everybody and getting a bunch of dash resets, and thus every single time you just dash in and hope you're going to be that guy, but you're not that guy. So I would be careful when you're low, because you can get one tap. Again, very, very aggressive angle that you're taking here. Like, if you come all the way to the left, it's tougher for your healers to heal you. You're separated from the team. It might force dash out of you even. Like, I'm not against the off angle in general, but you see how low you get here? This dash is insane. Oh man, you should be dead right now. You have 60 health, 59 health, okay? There's a Moira here. You didn't know how close the Zarya was. The Genji here could dash and kill you almost instantly, right? Dash melee would kill you instantly. This is crazy, right? You're around the corner where your healers can heal you. I think the big, okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna need to rewind this. So, I'm going to be perfectly blunt here. I think your decision making as Genji is awful. Like, actually awful. So think about this. Let's think about this for a second. The Genji has already started Blade and is about to dash. You do not have Blade yet, okay? If he dashes into you, right? It's 50 damage plus Blade attack, that's 120 damage. If you take 30 damage, you're dead. You're already at 154 right now. He can instantly kill you. Why would you start Blade late? Like, the person who blades second has a huge disadvantage, right? It's the same thing as, like, if you were in, like, a Wild West shootout with somebody. Would you rather be the one who draws the gun first or the one who draws the gun second? The one who draws the gun first definitely has an advantage because they get to start first and take a shot before you can. Like, you're putting yourself in a massive disadvantage. The worst case scenario is the Genji kills you and you lose Blade. Right? Don't even take that risk. I would just be like, you know what? It's cool. Like, I either live or I die or whatever, and see how this plays out. And worst case scenario, or rather, I mean, I wouldn't say worst case scenario. But worst case scenario, assuming you hold Blade as you die and you come back, you have Blade for the next fight. But popping Blade here could be disastrous because not only do you die, but you also lose your ultimate. Like, this is really, really bad decision making. Genji ends up dying here, which is extremely lucky. Right, you get a dash. I agree with this chase up until there. Yeah, that's fine. I honestly, I think you could have kept chasing her after that. I think this is now too far because the team's in. Oh man, You are probably the worst Genji dasher that I have ever seen. To be perfectly blunt. I don't think I've ever seen a Genji who makes such poor decisions with dashing as you do. Like, you dash for like no reason whatsoever. Like, I have literally no idea what goes through your head that makes you think I can dash and this will be successful for me. Okay, so when you walk onto point there, I think the only thing you can really do is probably dash through and then deflect the other way. And the reason why I say dash through is it'll break everyone's line of sight for you for a second, which will buy you like about a second and a half, and then deflect will maybe buy you another second or two before you get killed by the deflect penetrating attacks. Alright, you die, but I think your team is somehow gonna win this fight? Wow. Wow, that was actually really good tracking. But once again, you're like so far ahead, right? As soon as you eat that, as soon as you hear the gasp, right, when you go drop below 50%, like you need to pop deflect there or dash out. Like you are setting a record for how many deaths you can possibly have. Like basically every single time you come, you're dead within 10 seconds, and you just keep doing this over and over again. I'm blown away at the fact that you are in plat. I hope your Cassidy is amazing. You're being pretty indecisive here, and being first in is really important. Taking the off angle here, which is good. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Stop jumping so much. Okay, that's aggressive. I probably would have. I know the Bastion here is low ish, but I think that I would have just killed this Ana with like 2 taps to the head as she's scoped right now versus rolling forward in front of both supports and then killing the Bastion, because yeah, you have like basically no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. Alright, let's watch this one. That's fine, that's a good decision. I like that. Ryan dies, unfortunate. Sea Reaper. Maybe lagged or something. Aim and Cassidy so far, not terrible. It's passable. Like, that's about what I expect from Platinum. Oh, I didn't even know you could stand up there. You come back to supports, great. Diva's low, pop. Diva, I don't know why Diva's aggressing. You're gonna kill Lucio, probably. Yeah, Lucio's dead. You die. Okay, that's okay. I mean, I think that was an okay life. I mean, definitely you could have played this better. I think you popped the Diva, right? Give me our console. Obviously, you miss 5 out of 6 bullets there, which is really unfortunate. The Bastion respawning is a problem. But other than it being more accurate here, I don't know that there's a lot differently you could have done. I think you probably should have stayed left side and dealt with the left side threat. Now that I realize your Moira's there, I think the correct call would have been to stay left with your Moira and then hold on. Well, the Moira fades to you, though. That's the problem. I don't think you would have realized that. I think it's really hard to tell that happened. But if you realize this, the correct call would have been to stay left side and peel the Reaper and peel the Moira. That would have been the winning play. And then you would have stayed alive for the Bastion, left side would have been dealt with, and then your team would have been fine. So that's the real problem. But like, it's hard to make that read in real time. I wouldn't expect at a plat for you to recognize that play. But you should recognize in general. Oh, you should play. So rolling forward here would have been the call. It's tough though because you didn't know what was behind you. Unfortunate. Not the worst death, honestly. Kind of unlucky. Also, rolling off would have been fine. Echo gets 2 kills, 3 kills, well, 2.5. Okay, too aggressive here without his support. I think the problem is you're kind of arriving late to this fight. Right, it's just the Echo and you. Unless you get this kill right away, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. I'm very curious how many deaths you have per 10. Because you're actually dying like every 30 seconds. So, I mean, for perspective, I think your average deaths for 10, I mean, if you're great, you're looking at something like 4-ish, 3 to 4-ish. I think if you're okay, right, regardless of say good, you're probably looking at 5-ish. And I think that you start doing poorly around 6 plus, and I think you are averaging almost double that number so far. Oh no, stop, yeah. Oh, okay. A lot of things go wrong here. You go up here, that's fine. Right, you miss 4 shots right here. As soon as Reaper High Noon starts, you have to kill the Reaper, right? I would have just flashbanged and shot him in the head. Because the thing is, like, even though I know killing the Reaper, the Mercy is theoretically a priority, the problem is the Reaper's ulting, so you might just kill everybody. And then you have the opportunity to kill her right there, you don't kill her. Nice. So you can hear the Reaper on your left, so this sound cue you should have picked up and then turned immediately. This Reaper gets way too close to you, which gets you in big trouble. This aim is no good. I'm dead serious where I say you could walk up and melee her and do more average damage than you with your gun right now. That's pretty much always going to hold you back. So you don't really want to play in the center of point. Like, I would just think, like, play here or play here. Somewhere with cover. And also think that Diva Bomb's going to be coming soon, right? The Moira's also been leeching you a lot. Alright, great. This is good. The thing is, as soon as you force the fade, right? That's fine. Roll forwards. Look for the Moira. Because she has to be fading backwards, you know? She's an easy kill right now. She's just falling on the air. Oh, you didn't kill it. Alright, now you finally kill the Mercy. Yeah. I mean... yeah, I mean, there's not a lot you can do there because you just get stuck. Like, you're just not really dodging when the Bastion spawns, so he hits you with the sticky, and that's what's gonna kill you. That's what does a ton of damage to you. Bastion sticky does a surprising amount of damage. Do not forget that. Alright, final point. Alright, yeah, don't walk into missiles. They hurt. I think going this way is good. Alright, how about your Echo? Nope. Yeah, force the Reaper. Yeah, this is good. Not a lot more you can do right now other than be more accurate. Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, they're like really hunting you down. This is doing good so far. Yeah, kill the Reaper, please. Oh no, you really needed that. Now you just die. I mean, there's not much you can do here. Is your team gonna keep you alive? I'm just nervous that you're gonna get staggered here. Yeah, you're gonna get mega staggered. It's okay to just die. Like, dying is perfectly fine. If you're just like, look, the fight's over, just die. Trying to stay alive there when, like, nothing was actually happening made things worse. So, as Soldier, you do not want to play this close angle. This is, like, literally the worst possible thing you could do, right? Soldier's good in the medium range, not close, not long. So, you're not Cassidy, you're not Reaper, don't play here, right? If the Reaper is shooting at you, as a general rule of Soldier, then you are doing something wrong. Because the Reaper's not going to shoot at you when you're standing this far away, you know? Like, he's not even going to bother. You should be playing, for example, right here. This would be great, right? Or going over here would be great. Or, I think there's, this high ground is unfortunately closed off, but, like, even flanking around them would be fine. I think you have a lot of options here that are not played this extremely close brawly section. Ugh. That helix was so far off. I'd be nervous that D was going to die me soon. That aim was all over the place. So, despite the fact that you have 43 health, there is a mini over here, by the way. Despite that there's 43 health, you just stand still to shoot the Diva and then die to the Bastion. Like, you didn't even need to be around the corner. You could just stood here. It doesn't feel like you have good spatial awareness of, like, where you can get shot from. I can't remember the last time that you have gotten a kill. Okay, so You do a good job dodging this Diva Bomb, but the second it goes off, I run. Oh no, I guess the Bastion ulti's behind you anyway. So I guess there's not actually much you could do here. You're gonna die no matter what. But I think the biggest issue is that you should never have been here to begin with. So remember what I said about medium range? Play the medium range. You should have already been like way the heck over here, right? Or playing above. And this should never have been a problem for you. Because you could have just hid here, for example. Right? Like, you're just playing way too close. In general, I don't think you have a good feeling, like, good sense of what positioning looks like in Overwatch, period. Like, a lot of the decisions that you make, like, this makes no sense to me right now, right? The Bastion's in tank form. You were behind cover, you could have just waited the Bastion out. Instead, you try to run through, you take 100 damage right here, and you don't have heal station. Right? It's like really hard to try to think like, hey, that's why I'm really confused at how you're like if you told me this was silver, I would 100% believe you. I would believe you if you said this was bronze. Like, I don't really know how this is possible. Right? And now you're challenging a Bastion in tank form? He should just kill you. Like, there's no way you can win this fight. Like, he must whiff so many shots here to not be able to kill you. Right, he's way off. Now he's back on target. Way off again. Yeah, you should be dead. Nice. Oh, the aim. It's so hard watching it from the other direction, too. So, do not think like, oh, I did a good job dodging there. No, you should be dead. Like, there's no reason that should have worked. Also, like, why are you shooting the Bastion here versus killing literally the Mercy to your right? Why are you trying to challenge the Bastion? Like, there's no way to kill him. He's so tanky. See, like, he's not even losing health. Like, watch Sebastian, okay? So, let's look at this Bastion. He's got 260 health when this started. He is gaining health faster than you are dealing damage to him. I'm gonna roll this back. I just want to emphasize just how good support healing can be. Okay, so let's start right here. So this Bastion's gonna peak right now, 274. Alright, now he's all the way down to 230, 220, 215. Seems like you're making some progress. 190, 150, 150, 160, 170, 200. Right? You're still trying to shoot him, I believe. Yeah, you're still trying to shoot him. 230, 230, 240, 250, 240. Like, this is not working out for you, buddy. You can't be doing this. This is not helpful at all. And then you're going to die here, and then your team's going to lose the point because you don't have any time left. Okay, so yes, number one, the problem is you. For sure. Hate to break it to you. The problem, I mean, theoretically, like, all the games, the problem is the player because you're the one who's actually playing in the game and you don't think you can control. But, like, you are definitely the problem. I would say your Genji play looks really bad. The biggest thing is simply your decision making is so poor. In particular, your decision to dash or not just doesn't make any sense. Like, it feels like you're like, could I hit somebody with dash? Okay, I'll dash him. Versus thinking like, does this dash actually end up in a location that I can survive? And if not, it doesn't seem like you care. It seems like you're fine dashing in and just dying right away. And it seems you're like, oh, I got value. No, like, just stay alive, right? With Genji, you can just poke people down until they're one shot, then dash in, right-click melee, and insta-kill them. That's the way it's supposed to work. But you don't seem to know that. It appears. But other things like continuing to pursue people when you're very, very low, right? Like letting people like leech you down through deflect when you're low and not dashing away. Popping blade when they pop blade first is also crazy. There's a lot of stuff with Genji that makes no sense, and I'm pretty boggled as to how you can get away with this. Number one. Number two, on Soldier, or rather on Cassidy, I think your aim looks better, but still extremely erratic. There are tons of times where you like on the Moira on point, like you can't be missing like a whole 6-shot against the Moira and expect to ever climb. Was it like right here? Yeah. So like right here, it's a great example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 shots. You landed 2, and then you missed the sticky. Like your aim is all over the place. You fired 4 more shots at her, hit 1, I think. This aim is no good. Very, very hard to play DPS well if you cannot aim. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned like your aim's very inconsistent. Some days you're aim like a god, and some days are actual trash. I think most likely A, you're flicking a lot, which is a lot less consistent than tracking. B, I would say that probably some of it has to do with how the movement of the enemies, and like probably they're just moving in an easier pattern for you to track and kill, would be my guess. Because I do not think that you have good aiming fundamentals to be able to hit people. And game sense, I mean, I don't really know because I can't tell a lot of like I can't look at anything like analyze like, oh, do you understand like, you know, how much time is left on the clock, like ult usage, etc. Because none of that matters, because literally every single life you just run in there and try to die as soon as you possibly can. Like it's boggling at how fast you die in these situations. Right? Yeah, like right there, it's like the Bastion spawning, you just stand still, let him sticky you. Like life after life after life. All right, I mean, yeah, let's choose this one. Okay, so Bastion's up, so you should be up 1. Right? You just decide not to deal with the Reaper at all. Like you could have ulted right away to make sure that the Reaper died, for example. And then right here, I mean, this part's fine, but then the Reaper comes up behind you and you don't hear it at all, so you're gonna die there. This is the one where you walk in front of people, yeah. So like here, this was never gonna work. Even if you killed the Bastion, you're still not gonna cap this point. You just go right here and die. I think the previous one, you walk in front of the supports to get a kill. Yeah, this one, if you just stayed left side, you would have been fine. Right, stay left side of the Moira, you would have been okay. I think this one's like tough to have read in real time because the Moira was faded back to you. That one was okay. I'm trying to remember what happens here. Just take a lot of damage here. You're fine. Oh yeah, it's the same fight. It's the one where you run over there. But yeah, like, I don't think you know how to survive in general. Like, I literally think you need to die, like, 60-70% less to even have any hope of climbing out of Platinum, would be my take here. Things like playing corners, using audio cues, staying near your supports, understanding how much damage enemies do. Like, things like you challenging the Bastion, right? That happens in the final round, where you're just trying to fight the Bastion for no reason. Fighting people at close range when you don't need to, right? Soldier mid-range, I think that's another thing to highlight. Just not playing a good range for Soldier. His aim is wildly off. Again, standing still, so you get stickied. Right? Now you're super low, and you just stand still here to go shoot the D.Va, right? And then you die as a result. Like, it's not one thing, right? Like, every death is another, like, random thing that seems, with a general theme, that I don't think you know how to survive in the game of Overwatch. Like, if I took away all of your weapons and just gave you sprint, I'm like, look, just survive for 10 seconds. I don't think you could do it. You know, like, without running back to spawn. I don't think you understand, like, cover and damage and, like, damage fall off and things like that. So it's really hard for me to give you, like, instruction beyond literally just stay alive. For, like, at a minimum, just stay alive. As all of your heroes, most common theme, stay alive. I'm gonna end on that. Like, I think that's the most important thing. Like, don't worry about having impact in terms of doing damage. Some players are way too passive and they lose because they didn't do enough. Your problem is that you try to do so much and you can't pull it off, and then you end up being dead like most of the game. So let's just stop there, and hopefully that's helpful.